blessed good evening to one and all. Here again at the Glebe in St. George. This is just above St. George Parish Church. Looking towards the Glebe pasture. Down the road here now will take you back to down the road here now will lead you back to Charles Road Bridge. And this is the church here, St. George Church. St. George Parish Church. So again, I'm in the parish of St. George, which is in the center of the island. St. George and St. Thomas are the two landlocked parishes in Barbados. They are best referred as the heart of Barbados or the central uplands of Barbados. There is no sea nor coastline in these parishes. These are the two landlocked parishes in Barbados. They are best referred to as the heart of Barbados or the central uplands of Barbados. Looking down towards St. George Church. Yeah. So again, St. George is in the center of the island. Along with St. Thomas. So there is no sea nor coastline in these parishes. St. Thomas and St. George are the two landlocked parishes in Barbados, and are best referred to as the heart of Barbados or the central uplands of Barbados. This is the busiest part of St. George. This whole thoroughfare, the Glebe, Charles Road Bridge area, this whole entire area is a very busy thoroughfare. So the Glebe pasture here is where the youth in the community play and have their sporting activities right here. And you can see the old St. George Boys School here. And the church, I forgot to mention that St. George Parish Church is the second oldest church in Barbados. After St. James, St. George is the second oldest church. St. George was built in 1641 and rebuilt in 1784. St. George Parish Church was destroyed by the hurricane of 1718. Then it was rebuilt and rededicated in 1784. So this road here to the left will take you back to Ellerton, St. George South, and will take you back to the south of the island as well. So St. George Primary School is also across this street as well. St. George Primary. St. George Primary School is also across here, and the secondary school. So this is the Glebe Public Market here. Up the hill now, we'll be leading you back to the line up the hill. Station, Newberry, Tate Hill, and the Glebe Polyclinic and St. George Rectory is also located up top this hill as well. See the mango, the pretty trees here. So again, St. George is my father's birth parish. St. George is the parish in which my father was born and raised. For those of you who don't know who my father is, Satchmore, that sings, or that used to sing years ago with the sandpipers, is my father, and he is from St. George. My father was born and raised in St. George in a place called Ellerton, which is just across Ellerton is just across here. So around the corner of the Charles Road Bridge. Charles Road Bridge is the capital of St. George because it is where most of the amenities in the parish are located. So even here the church bell ringing. Charles Road Bridge is where you'll find most of the amenities in St. George. There is the you have the bridge supermarket, you have the gas station, and so on, all in Charles Road Bridge. This is just around the corner. Charles Road Bridge is just around the corner. You can see all the green pasture where the youth in the community have their sporting activities. You can see St. George Primary over here as well. When I finish this vlog, I will go in the church. Right? And do another vlog there. You hear the bell chiming? So supply the bell chimes to this hymn. So as I said before, St. George is in the countryside. St. George is a rural parish. St. George is also the breadbasket parish. St. George is the parish that fed many Barbadians from the 1630s up until this present day. St. George is an agricultural parish, and it was carved out of St. Michael between 1640 and 1641. So St. Michael is the mother parish, and St. George was carved out of it. As I said before, St. George is my father's birth parish. The parish in which my father was born and raised. And for those of you who don't know who my father is, Satchmore, that sings, or that used to sing years ago with the song Pebbles. He is my father, and he is from St. George. He used to write songs for Wendy Allen, Shara Hackett, Carolyn Leacock, and many others. The Satchmore is my father. Thank you guys for watching. Have a blessed evening. Stay tuned for more videos of Barbados. As you guys can see, the junction here.